Time for the KBOI Medical Moment. It's brought to you by Regence Blue Shield of Idaho, featuring Dr. Kenny Bramwell, the Executive Medical Director for Regence. Dr. Bramwell, how are you this morning?
I'm good, thanks, Chris.
So let's start things off. For years, we've been encouraged to limit how many sugary sodas and juices we consume, and many of us, like me, have switched to artificially sweetened drinks and diet drinks as an alternative. But now we're starting to hear reports that suggest we ought to cut back on those diet beverages also. So what's going on?
So these new recommendations are from the American Heart Association and the American Stroke Association, groups which really do have our best interests in mind. Their new study found that women who consumed 2 or more artificially sweetened beverages each day were 31% more likely to have a clot-based stroke, 29% more likely to have heart disease, and 16% more likely to die from any cause over women who drank diet beverages less than once a week or not at all. It should be noted, though, that the study in question is observational and doesn't show a direct cause and effect.
So what should we do now? Is it time, do you think, to step away from the cold can of refreshing diet soda when we're looking for a workday pickup?
Well, that'd be hard for many of us, myself included. But what we need to keep in mind is balance and moderation. An occasional diet beverage supplemented during the day with water and other natural beverages, such as unsweetened herbal teas, is probably a safe plan for most of us. As the lead author of the study adds, we just can't go around all day drinking diet soda. Unlimited amounts are not harmless.
So also not harmless, the flu, and that still seems to be making the rounds across the Treasure Valley right now. Any encouraging developments on that front?
Yeah, the flu still going relatively strong here in Treasure Valley. The primary strains that are circulating this year remain widespread here locally. I do have a couple of encouraging data points to share, though. First, February is typically the peak month for flu, so the incidence should start to decline between now and May. The other good news from the CDC is that this year's flu vaccines are proving to be a really good match with the respiratory viruses that are circulating. So the overall match is about 50%. For children, the vaccine is proving to be about 61% effective.
So with a better vaccine match, are the numbers of folks coming down with the flu a lot lower?
Well, there still are a few months left to the flu season, so it's a little early to come to a solid conclusion. Having said that, preliminary figures estimate that influenza infection has sickened between 13 and 15 million people, sent between 6 and 7 million people to the doctor, hospitalized between 155 and 186,000, and resulted in 9,500 or 15,900 deaths. Last year's numbers were a lot worse. As I recall, there were about 80,000 deaths in the whole season last year. So for the record, it's still not too late to get a flu shot. There's enough season left to make getting one a good idea for all of the procrastinators among us.
Well, Dr. Kenny Bramwell, we thank you for your time this morning on KBOI.